So LUCID Motors are one of those new EV stocks wanting to join the party and play with the big boys. Now they're also a very popular stock on social media, but I did notice some unusual options activity going on that expires at the end of the week, so I thought I'd take a look at what is going on. So in today's chart of the day, I'm going to dig into the technical analysis and see if I can paint a clearer picture. Hello, I'm Stephen Ho, trader and founder of the Stock Hunter. So before we can carry on, a risk warning for you to pay close attention to. The content in this video is not investment advice, so please seek the advice, help of financial professionals or financial advisors before investing and trading. And trading and investing involves a high degree of risk and your money is at risk, so be very careful. So with that out the way, let's get on with the analysis. So LUCID Motors on the weekly line chart, well, had a great start to 2021, rocketing up to the mid $50 mark and then pulling off sharply. That's all coincided with a bit of weakness in the EV sector overall, and since sort of spring, March time, they've been trading sideways in sort of a $26, $20, just under sort of range. Just starting to pick up at the moment, so we're going to see whether they can test that $26 area, which seems to be quite significant over their brief history of trading, and then potential upsides where it's got to then target around the mid 30s before pushing on if we can break that up to those highs. Downside, well, support, like I said, $19, $20 below that. I'm afraid it's back down to where it started around about the $9, $10 mark. But overall, slight recovery at the moment, and it's a new stock, so we're going to have to see where it goes and plays out. But from this picture, you would say a pretty neutral, weak, bullish outlook at the moment. So what's the daily Heikin Ashi chart telling us? Well, if we jump straight into the signals at the bottom right, they're both bullish. Volatility is the next one up from there. Back to its moving average, which is the black line. It's still quite significant, 70% plus per annum, so it's a pretty volatile stock. And if we go and have a look at volume, that's more interesting because it's broken up in the last 4 or 5 days above its longer term average, and that's reflected into the increase in the price. And if we jump onto that price view, then we can see it moving back into our box setup. That's those pink lines, so you'd say long term maybe a bit more neutral, but the trend, yep, sideways since March as we discussed previously, but it's starting to look a bit more positive, and maybe those band tops, $24, $25 need to be tested first before getting too excited about things going up towards those $55, $60 highs. But generally looking neutral to weak bullish, bit like the weekly line chart. So onto the Renko chart, and I've used a 50-cent block size to, like I say, give me some pretty decent shorter term action. Both signals at the bottom there bullish, and just starting to come up to the moving average, so we'd still take that as a negative signal, but as if it can break up, then that's all well and good. Moving back into the box, so just below. Now I've used a trend Fibonacci setup to give me some levels, and we're just hitting around, well, it's just gone through the 61.8%, breaking into the 50%, 38.2, next level just under 26, then back to the zeros around 30, 31. If we can go up from there, we're looking at 34, 35, 36 possibly, and then like I say, it's really got to do some to get to 44, but it's a volatile stock, so it could get there quickly if there's weight behind it, social media get on board. Downsides from where we are at the moment, some good sort of support resistance areas. We're looking at just above 20, then down to, we can see quite a lot of action actually around that, you know, $18 mark, where that looks maybe some stronger support for the price if things turn negative. And if it goes from there, then maybe $14-15 the next stop. But like I said, it's been trading sideways, consolidating, seeing what's going on in the EV market, and in the shorter term, you know, weak bullish, but overall at the moment neutral. So Lucid then, overall opinion weak bullish. It's, like I said, been consolidating for most of 2021 from the spring, but starting to show, you know, shoots of positivity. But it's going to depend on what happens, I think, to the overall EV sector and competition. So some fundamentals to take into account. If we dive into the targets, good upside 1.6, 3.6 to 1. Downside still something there, 1.3, 2.3 to 1. But, you know, overall, I'm going to take a more positive outlook on Lucid at the moment in the EV sector, and like I say, give them a weak bullish signal as an opinion in today's video. So Lucid Motors, I've given them a weak bullish overall. They're an interesting stock and they could strike it big, but they're up against some serious competition. Those traditional car makers are also hotting up on the EV market and adding applied pressure. What do you think is going to happen to Lucid Motors? Do you agree with my analysis in today's video? Where do you think the price is going next? Let me know in those comments below. And if you want to learn more about my technical analysis that I've used in this video, I'll put a link in the description below that you can follow to learn more. And if you like today's video, please give us the thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell button to receive future notification of content I'm going to produce just like this. And all that's left for me to say is thanks for watching, good luck with the trading, and I'll see you in the next video.